So why are you trying to give Whispernation, tell Whispernation to go with an older model when you got a bright new one right sitting in front of them?
Yes, we're back again. We're back again.
Hey, let's pump up the volume.
Right here.
As always, myself, Big Travie, Johnny Game Time Hicks on the other mic there. We want to bring you a couple guys that are close in ADP, or maybe, we know Whispernation will be debating come draft day. And we're going to flip a coin and pick one of these guys and go at it and decipher what, decisions you'll be making on draft day based on these players and their fantasy impact. As always, we do a coin flip. So let's check out that coin flip now to see who gets Russell Wilson and who gets Kyler Murray.
Before the coin flip, though, if you're new to our channel, please like and subscribe. If you hit that bell, you'll get notification anytime that we go live or put out new content, which is daily. All right, now to the coin flip. It is my flip this time, so I will be flipping heads. Like I said, heads will be for Kyler Murray, tails will be for Russell Wilson, and the argument and the case, and it is heads. Boom. I get Kyler Murray. Big Travie gets Russell Wilson. Good luck. Let the cases begin. We are back. I got it. And that was not rigged. Okay, Travis? I did not rig that. So that way I could get Kyler Murray.
You're literally wearing all the Cardinals gear. You flip it. I could see the edit parts where you spliced it in. I know what happened there.
There was no point, because even if I knew that if I had rigged it, you would have said something. Either way, I was just screwed. Unless I would have ended up with Russell Wilson, I was kind of screwed in this. But I ended up with the guy I want to really debate, and the guy that I will definitely be having on a lot of my fantasy teams this year, and that is Kyler Murray. But Travis, age before beauty. Russell Wilson is a little bit older than Kyler Murray, so I will
thought you were talking about me.
No, I would never be talking about you. I hate talking about you on this show. So without further ado, I will let you go first and tell Whispernation why you think they should take Russell Wilson over Kyler Murray.
I love that you let me go first here. And look, Russell Wilson is the elder statesman, and we need to talk a little bit about what that means. Look, his tagline or his name on Instagram is Dangerous. Dangerous, because he's dangerous right now, and he's consistent.
Can you make up your own tag name? That's not even a cool thing to do.
What? Yeah, dude, I'm Big Travie. Boom, done.
We're different, dude. We're allowed to make
Follow me at Big Travie. Anyways, so we talk about how dangerous Russell Wilson is. He's consistent. Let's talk about the fact in his career that he's never missed a game. He's played in 128 of all possible games thus far. He's played in all of them. He's essentially a lock for the top 10. He's only finished outside of the top 10 twice in 8 years in the NFL. And in those 8 years, Johnny, he's been a top 5 finisher in 4 of those years. So 50% of the time, this guy's finishing within the top 5.
50% of the time, he works every time.
That's it. And including last year where he was QB4. So then the knock is always about his efficiency. Well, he's just too efficient. He can't live off this efficiency. Are we just talking about a guy who's efficient? He's had higher than 64% completion in 5 of 8 seasons. He has 31 or more passing touchdowns in 3 straight years. And over those last 3 years, Johnny, he's averaged 79 carries with 434 rushing yards per year. So then we move on and we talk about the weapons that he's got around him. And this year, more than ever, he's probably got a little bit better of a shot, right? Metcalf comes into his second year after dominating the league as far as touchdowns are concerned. Lockett is now coming back after dealing with nagging injuries down the stretch last year. You'll probably get Will Dissly back, who was a bright star for Russell Wilson down the stretch at the tight end position.
Dissly.
Big country.
Big country.
And I am just really excited about the weapons he's got around him. Look, I don't think you can knock him on the weapons. I don't think you can knock him for being too efficient, and you can definitely not knock him for being consistent, because that's all this guy does. Russell Wilson is a surefire QB1, and you should be locked and loaded in the top 5 QBs selected. But talk to me a little bit about Kyler Murray here, Johnny.
Hey, listen, I love Russell Wilson, and I think you presented quite the argument there for sure. And I'm not going to doubt anybody or really be frustrated with anybody who takes Russell Wilson over Kyler Murray. Definitely not. But what I'm saying is, listen, when you go, no. I'm just going to present it like this. All right. This is going to be the easiest way I can get to people. When you go to the cell phone store, are you going, let's say you're getting, up to, going to a new service, right? You're going to Verizon or you're going to AT&T, whatever you're going to go to, right? Do you go up to the counter and do you say, can I get an iPhone 7? I know that flagship phone was so great. All my friends have it. The battery lasts forever. Good size screen. No, you don't do that. You go with the newest, the most brightest, the greatest thing. And that is Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray coming into this league was compared to Russell Wilson. So why are you trying to give Whispernation, tell Whispernation to go with an older model when you got a bright new one right sitting in front of him? And his name is Kyler Murray. And speaking of the Twitter handle, you want to talk about K1. That is Kyler Murray's Twitter handle.
Like the go-kart.
It's just like a go-kart, which says lightning fast. Hey, go get Kyler Murray. You talk about his weapons. He goes from a very bad supporting cast last year. The efficiency was rated at a negative 1.9. That's got to be pretty bad if you're in the negatives there, Travis. So what do the Cardinals do? They go out, they get the shiniest, brightest toy possible, just like the iPhone went out and got one of the best cameras and put it right on their phone. That's what the Cardinals did. They went out and got DeAndre Hopkins and stuck him in their lineup. Listen, Russell Wilson is going to throw it. He's going to be efficient. That's always going to happen. That's what Russell Wilson does. Don't doubt the guy. But if you want to be exciting, if you want the newest, brightest, most exciting fantasy player that is going to be in 2020, I will tell you right now, that will be Kyler Murray. You will want a piece of this Arizona Cardinals offense. You will want to be watching these games every single Sunday because they are going to be electrifying.
Yeah, I think you're hitting it right on the head there, Johnny. It's an option of, do I want the safe and steady, or do I want the upside and what I know could be a league winning performance? I will say that Russell Wilson's reached the mountaintop before. He's been QB1. He's been QB4. So I understand that the upside is still there with Russell Wilson, but the consistency is there. And so that's my question. It's all about risk mitigation for you, Whisper Nation. If you're building a roster out and you say, I've got upside guys in other positions, I don't need an upside at the QB, I'll just go with Russell Wilson. Or maybe it's vice versa. Maybe you said, I've got Steady Eddie at the top of my draft. I need to go for upside and pop. I'm going to draft Kyler Murray. But Whisper Nation, we want to know what you think after we've made this case. Do you want Kyler Murray, or do you want Russell Wilson? Let us know in the comments below. As always, like and subscribe, and head on over to the Fantasy Whispers for all your fresh content. I'm Big Travie. That's Johnny Game Time Hicks, and we're out. Peace.
Peace.
Thank you for listening to the Fantasy Whisperers podcast. You can hear more from John and Travis on Google Play, SoundCloud, and iTunes. You can also follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at TF Whisperers.